Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SoFlo Soccer Channel. My name is Matt. This is the first time we are going live from a completely different site. Hopefully, this doesn't really. Hopefully, there's no fuck ups at this point because this is all new. Everything. Hopefully, the audio is good. Hopefully, the camera is good. I know it's like extremely zoomed in, but we're here. We're here to talk about Inter Miami. Inter Miami just played against Charlotte in the third game of the MLS, and where they got a 1-0 win. So we saw a lot. We saw red cards. We saw no Messi. We saw Bright have a really, really good game. We have a lot to talk about today. But yeah, no, how are you guys doing? How sorry you've been going MIA, but I've been traveling and but I've been ready. I'm ready to talk about Inter Miami. What's up? What's up, everybody? Appreciate for everybody being here so early. We go there, bro. Why are you on a potato, dude? Leah, I don't know why this camera. It's a webcam. I don't know why it's so zoomed in. It's not mine, so it's not. But thank you, Monkey Man, for saying it looks good. Let's go, buddy. What's up, Soccer Daddy? Zaha crying, baby, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Zaha was really, really good today. He looked good individually in certain moments of the game, but I think he's definitely upset that they didn't score at all. But I mean, but that was good for us. I mean, hey, you hate Zaha. Bray put Zaha in his back pocket. Let's talk about it. So, Inter Miami, honestly, we had such a good performance in terms of defensively, right? Let's Inter Miami took we won 1-0, right? Tadeo Ashende with a beautiful goal. His link with Suarez, their partnership, their connection was very good on that, and that will happen in the second half, very, very early in the, like, first 30 seconds of the second half. And we were able to maintain that even with a man down in Ustari. Um, and then, kind of from there, it was just like, at that point, I think like either two things were going to happen. Either Messi was going to sub on for us to create more chances and maybe score another goal to give us a little bit more of a cushion. That, or we were just going to hold on defensively until the game was over. And it was that. Like, that's exactly what happened. There's a lot of things that I kind of want to say positive and I kind of want to say negative about this performance. But I do want to say one thing is that this team can play without Messi. And I think I feel like that's not something new essentially, but I think that consistently now we've seen this happen a couple of times. We've seen this happen enough times to the point where it's like we can win games without Messi. We can hold defensive performances without Messi. So taking out Suarez, and I don't want to compare Tata Martino with Mascherano, but seeing Suarez get subbed off and like Tadeo Ashende getting subbed off in the minutes that they did in the final minutes of the game, that wouldn't happen with Tata Martino. Like, Tata Martino would keep those guys on, and hopefully they would just score more goals. I'm just saying. But no, it was good decisions from Mascherano. We did a really, really good job to hold on to the 3 points. I mean, hey, even without Messi, even with Ustadi getting a red card, and we're going to talk about all those things further and further, especially with the red card. I want to talk about that because I feel like it's kind of controversial. I don't know if people find it controversial. Frey and Bright should be the starters at this point. Defense was solid. Ashende over Campana. 12 men Charlotte could be 10 men Inter Miami without Messi. What a shit team. Not even one shot on goal. But with 7 men, don't give me trauma, Soccer Daddy. Chelo versus Saha would have been brutal. Can we all just be very appreciative of the fact that we don't have to see Chelo play? Like, can we just I think we should be extremely, extremely happy that we don't have to witness that happening. Here, I'm gonna try here. Like, none of this is set up the way I want it to because it's obviously not my computer. So I'm gonna try my best to get it looking good for you guys. I'm gonna pull up the starting 11 that we had out there right about now. That looks good. Perfect. So this is the starting 11 with Tadeo Ashende and Luis Suarez up top. Segovia was playing on the left, I believe. On the right. I think Segovia was playing on the left. Cremaschi was on the right. Busi and Bright were our two double pivot. Lujan, Allen, Aviles, and Jordi Alba in the back four. Aviles getting another yellow card, which was not surprising, but I thought he did well up until that yellow. But Mascherano took him out really, really, really quickly. because he knew that he was most likely going to get sent off again. He was going to get another yellow. He was going to get sent off. So I'm glad that decision was made. Good decision from Mascherano. Props to him. Um, Allen it did amazing. Our entire defense did really, really well to hold up, to really not concede. Because I think there was certain moments where Charlotte, I think, um, were gonna score, but they literally just couldn't put a shot on target. It was mainly in the second half, right? It was mainly in the second half. Like Charlotte was just shooting, and they literally couldn't put anything on target. So, and which just shows the quality that I think Charlotte have. Charlotte just don't have, I guess, good players besides freaking Zaha. So, but the thing is that I can't say that because Charlotte is a good team. Like Charlotte is a good team. They have decent players, and but they just couldn't. They just couldn't score. So I don't know. Um, so props to them. Bright over Redondo, like any day of the week. I don't know if that's just me, but Bright over Redondo, it has to happen every single game. We need to see Redondo, or we need to see Bright play all season long. And this is a fact. Like the way Bright was all over the pitch today. He is so impressive, and the fact that this guy is literally a draft pick and he's putting out those kinds of performances. Yes, he got that yellow card. It was that stupid yellow card at the. It was towards the end of the game. I'm pretty sure, but like he had a solid defensive performance all game all game long. My ticket prices don't say we can play without Messi. You're so right. I honestly. Okay, no, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll finish talking about the team and Bright, and we'll get back to that comment, Mike V. Chelo should be only on the bench, only be a bench option from now on, says Joe Radko. 100% absolutely agree. They can play without Messi, but I doubt they could will like final matches without him. I hope seeing Frey play will open Mascherano's eyes. I think it is. I think it is. It would be 0-2 and 0-3 loss with Chelo. These MLS teams still can't beat in Miami even with all the reps. The referee perform dude, we're gonna get to it in a second. We'll get to it in a minute. Good by Mascherano, subbed out Aviles 1000%. Controversial calls. Um, it's just unlucky, lol. Charlotte are just trash. Redondo was bad again. Redondo was bad. When did he get subbed on? Um, in the 60th minute. Yeah, no. He is bad. Like Redondo was really, really bad. I don't know what happened. Bright is our guy. Bright is our guy. Redondo is not, and Redondo needs to be a bench player for the rest of the season. And the fact that um, and I hope that these last two games with Bright starting like makes Mascherano realize because Mascherano knows that Aviles has discipline issues. Literally, hence the fact that he got subbed off earlier in the 47th minute, because he knew he was gonna get a second yellow. Um, but I think it was I don't know, uh, and where was I gonna go with that? And yeah, no, I don't know. Oh yeah, because Redondo I thought he was fine in the beginning of like in preseason. I thought he was showing slight of moments of improvement that he was just showing signs of promise that he could be like a pretty good starter for us this season, but he has yet to show that when it actually matters, which is now. So the fact that Bright has been doing this ever since, like every time Bright touches the field, he proves to everybody that he belongs here, right? So that needs to happen for sure. Yeah, Bright, Busi, Segovia should be the main line, 100%. This is 1000%. Cremaschi still, I'm not impressed with Cremaschi yet. I know he like runs around a lot, but he loses balls. His passing is not really the best, and I don't really know. Like he didn't really do anything like in this game, to be honest. Like Cremaschi was just kind of like I don't know what his role is, to be honest. I don't know if it's just to slow their offense down. I don't know if it's to throw them off, be physical. Like I honestly, I have zero clue like what Cremaschi is supposed to be. I don't know if he's supposed to be a Metsala, like getting into wide spaces because like he's not passing. He makes maybe he'll make a couple of tackles. I think he made like one or two tackles today. I think he took one shot. I don't know what else he did. I don't know. And he was running a lot. I don't know, but His passes and losing the ball is the problem. What's Cremaschi's job? He's running around like crazy, but doesn't defend while always running behind the ball. Not a finisher, not a good passer, etc. Guy, these are great questions. Like Glad brings up a great point. Luca brings up a great point as well with the passing and losing the ball all the time. I'm not a hater on Cremaschi here. Let me take this banner off because we're not talking about Bright anymore. I'm not a hater on Cremaschi, but it's like why? Like why maybe like we're not seeing something, or maybe Cremaschi is just adjusting to this new role because we're used to seeing Cremaschi play in those central positions, and now we're seeing him play with more width. But I just don't. It's not clicking yet. So maybe we just have to give it more time. Maybe he has to still develop a little bit more. He's obviously still young. I honestly would rather see Cremaschi play than Redondo, to be honest. Like if we really put it in that perspective, I'd rather see Cremaschi play over Redondo. But that's just me. Um, so I don't know. I mean, like Cremaschi, he has potential. I mean, like he plays a decent amount with the national team, and he's matured, I guess, a lot from last year to this year. So I don't know. Maybe we just have to wait on Cremaschi. But we talked about Cremaschi, Busi, Redondo, or not Busi, Redondo, Bright, Noah Allen. I mean, this is the yellow card. The defense overall. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Cremaschi. Sergeant says Cremaschi is so shit. Why is Redondo trying to dribble unnecessarily? Redondo, I don't know what Redondo is supposed to be doing either. Like, he just hasn't been good. I think he's supposed to be like a box to box. Like, I'd just rather him not. I think he wants to be an offensive midfielder because Busi isn't really that guy. But I'd rather just see Tadeo Ashende do it. Or I'd rather just see Telasco Segovia do it. I know Telasco came off, and that's probably why um who came on? Ruiz and Redondo, and who else came on? Martinez came on a little bit later, or like towards the end of the game. So like maybe that's why we saw those guys come on, because it's like, all right, we want more, maybe supposed to go with a more defensive approach for the last like 20 to 30 minutes of the game. And but no, like I just don't understand why Redondo does the things that he does. Like he's played 30 minutes, and it was like a terrible 30 minutes. Like it was just a really, really bad 30 minutes. Um he's young, but still step it up a little. Bro, Redondo needs to step it up ASAP. Ashin and Suarez duo goes crazy. This is probably the duo that I wasn't expecting, and I don't know if anybody can say um like otherwise. I don't know. Like I honestly, when Tadeo Ashinde joined the club, I didn't think um that he was going to be partnered with Suarez. I thought like Tadeo would either play on the wing or just be a backup to Suarez. But seeing them linked together has really just made both of them look really, really good, because Suarez would take up more of a like a target forward, deep lying forward kind of role, where Tadeo Ashinde has that freedom and ability to use his just to use his pace to get into spaces behind the defense, and then just kind of and then just use his finishing. Like he'll just finish. Like he can finish goals, which is something that we've needed, honestly. That's something that we didn't really get with anybody that we've had besides Suarez. I mean, like Campana would do it on occasion, but I feel like Tadeo has been getting more consistent with it. And I know like we haven't really played a lot of games yet, but with the games that we have played, which is honestly no, we've played quite a few games. We've played like including preseason. I'm including preseason with it too. Um, we've like he's just been really consistent besides the first game that he played, where like where it was bad because he played in front of like 80,000 people, and that was the first time he's honestly probably played in front of a stadium with actual people in him. So no, props to that Tadeo, because he's been doing wonders. Like he's been doing really, really good. And Suarez just uses his skill, his technique, his ability, his intellect to create plays. Like he just becomes like a creator up there, and it really, really, really helps out. So props to the two of them, because it really, um, it really, really makes us look good. Red Doo Doo is a funny ass name. and I think I'm gonna start calling him that from now on. Redudu. Oh man, throw Messi in there, and that trio would go crazy. Honestly, seeing Suarez, Messi, and Tadeo up top with Velasco Segovia is probably like the deadliest offense you could like in all of MLS. I think that is probably like literally the best offense I think that you can get. Velasco has been insane. Like he's been really, really good. What's up with Gressel? Any news on him leaving Miami? So there hasn't been any updated news or rumors about it. But it's just known that he's gonna leave at some point. Whether that's now, whether that's the summertime, whether that's the end of the season. It's just kind of his agent looking for teams to pick him up, really, because I don't think he's happy anymore. But yeah, no. What else do we have to talk about? I mean, like we talked about the goal. We talked about the honestly, we've talked about everything else. So at this point, let's just like kind of yap on what on just any thoughts that we have. Zaha kept doing his impregnation of a welcome mat. Wait, what? Zaha kept doing his impression, his impersonation of a welcome mat. Is that what you're trying to say? Yannick Gattuso Bright. What a comparison, dude. Dude, Yannick Bright to Gattuso, bro. Let me show you guys. Do you guys know who Gattuso is? Oh, dude. I mean, you guys have to know who Gattuso. You guys know ball, right? Like you guys have to know who Gattuso is. This is our Yannick Bright right here. This is our Yannick Bright right here. 1000%, dude. Yannick Bright has been like the most like stereotypical Italian player that we could have ever asked for. Just defense heavy, just a fucking he's just a tank, dude. He's just an absolute wall. 3 games, 3 red cards, 1 removed. At this point, Inter Miami might as well start with 10 men. Oh yeah, because that Ian Frey red card has been like dismissed or whatever term that they used. So Ian Frey is going to be back in the next game, which should be fun. Well, I don't know if he'll play in Jamaica. I have no idea how that's going to work. That's something we'll probably talk about later um, in another stream. But yeah, he'll be available because he got suspended in the. Oh no, wait, did he get suspended in Champions Cup? No, he got I'm tripping. He got suspended in the MLS. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. We play against Atlanta in the next game. This attack is cold, just like Atlanta did. New camera angle today. Yes, I'm in a completely new place today. I'm not in my room. This is not my room. This is not my house. I'm in a completely different setup today. I love that profile picture. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that's really really hard. You gotta send that to me in the Discord. I really want that photo. What is this? You're giving me who is this? Instituto de Córdoba, Godoy Cruz. Oh, this is Tadeo Ashenne. Godoy Cruz, Inter Miami. He's been playing in front of big stadiums. No, I honestly, when he played for Godoy Cruz, I saw a lot of like I saw highlights, right? So bear with me on this. When I saw highlights of him in Godoy Cruz, he would play in like half empty stadiums. And with Celta Vigo, I from what I saw, he played in a lot of empty stadiums as well. So I'm not saying that that impacts anything, but I'm just saying going from like small stadiums to an 80,000 seat arena in Mexico, like that's a big jump, and I'm sure he was very nervous. Bright is our Italian door door latch. Baltasar is apparently confirmed, according to Monkey Man via Monkey Man, dude. Sources say that Baltasar is confirmed. Frey is okay. They rescinded the red. That is the term that they used. They rescinded the red, but still counts as red in stats. Okay, sure. I get it. Yeah. I'm really not liking Cremaschi on the right side. I just feel like we have to put someone more useful there. Julian Gressel. Julian Gressel. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. Like, I'm going to talk about Gressel one more time, guys, because like this is something that I feel like we need to talk about. If Messi's not playing, start Julian Gressel. I just don't. I'm not saying that Julian Gressel is as good as Messi. I'm not saying that he can replicate what Messi can do, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Julian Gressel can complete that role on the wing. Like, he is a natural right winger. He's played that last year, and he did a really good job playing the right wing last year. In Messi's absence, even when Messi was in the team and Julian and Messi would play in the same squad, he did a really good job because he plays in those wide areas. He gets into those wide spaces. He puts crosses in. He tries to create chances. He'll even track back. When he played in the midfield, he would track back on defense. Like, he can play, and he's a good player. He's a very experienced MLS player. So I just don't understand why. Maybe it's something internal. Like, maybe Gressel says that he's not happy and that he doesn't want to play. Um, Maybe Mascherano says that, okay, you don't want to be here, or you're looking for a way out and move to a different club, then you're not going to play. Maybe that, like, maybe it's something completely internal that we're not seeing. But I just think we just need to see it at least once and just see how it goes. If Gressel plays good, then it's like, okay, then play him because Messi's gonna be gone probably for the rest of the month because he's gonna be going to play with Argentina next week. Is it next week or the week after? So just play Gressel. Just play Julian Gressel. No disrespect to Benja Cremaschi. He's young. He has a lot of time to learn and accustom himself to that position. But it's like he hasn't impressed in these last couple of games. Um, so that's my take on it. And people hate Gressel for some reason. People love Cremaschi. People hate Cremaschi. But it's like, what? Who are you gonna play? Who we don't have Fafa anymore, not for at least until the end of the month. And maybe that's I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to put Gremashi in there until Fafa gets back, and then they're just gonna put Fafa back in there. I have no idea, zero clue. But I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that just play Gressel, see how it goes, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then put it back on the bench. It's not gonna hurt anybody because honestly, what Gressel can do is probably not bad. Like, even if Gressel has an off game, there's no way that it's to the point where it's going to cost us the game unless like he scores like an own goal or something. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if what I'm trying to say makes sense. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but that's just my opinion. Benja needs to ride the bench straight up, says Nick. Gressel don't fit Mascherano's system, but he can adapt. He can adapt to it. I feel like Gressel can adapt to the system. That's just me. I think so. Gressel for Cremaschi in this type of games. Gressel and Drake might be on a contact on a contract that if they play X amount of games, they get more money. That too. That's a really good point, Sean. That's a really good point. Because that obviously that does exist. But Baltasar will be taking that Benja spot anyways. Gressel is good as gone. That's if he's confirmed like everybody says he is. We'll still have to wait on Inter Miami to confirm it. Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, like, do you guys think he'll play? Because isn't he a can? I mean, like, he can play on the right. So maybe we'll be seeing Baltasar. I don't know if he'll start because remember we still have Fafa, but we'll just have to see what happens. How good do you think we'll do in the Club World Cup? We're not going to win it. I can tell you that, but I think we could be as competitive as we possibly can. Um, Anything could happen. I don't know how the other teams like. I don't know how they're going to take it really. Gressel was good just last 5 games last season. No, I disagree with that. I disagree heavy on that. I'm not gonna lie to you. He wasn't good. Like, he was good for a decent amount of games. I'm not saying like every game he had like a master class, but like he did his job. He fulfilled his duty. Um, like, well, he didn't make mistakes. He didn't do anything crazy. Like, he was good. Like, he was good for the majority of the year. And then there were certain moments where maybe he played worse than he was supposed to. And then there were other moments where he played better than he was. Like, he definitely wasn't just like a bad player all year last year. Gressel has no legs and no defense. I disagree also. He runs, he can run. Maybe not for a full 90 minutes, but he can do it. He can run. He can. It's possible. Um, he also played right back. Like, he plays right back, so he has some defense to his game. But no, I guess this is not completely wrong. But no, I understand what you're trying to say. It's not as good. But I think we will see him in the next 2 games. Gressel? Gressel is better passer than Crema. Crema doesn't defend either. Good point, Clara. One topic. On another topic, third goalkeeper, he's not that bad. Okay, we'll talk about I actually have some thoughts about Rocco. We'll talk about Rocco in a second. Let's finish this Cremaschi and Gressel talk. Statistically, not the biggest fan of Gressel. I like Cremaschi. Um I would like to see Santi over there. Maybe him and Messi kind of play the same, drifting into spaces. Obviously, not the same talent wise. I think Gressel podcast is more of the problem because Mascherano needs 100% focus on the players of football. Um, okay. So yeah, like I said, it's very like 50-50 because it's like, well, do we want to stick with Benja? I have zero problem with Benja. I understand that he's not like impressing everybody right now, Benja. But it's like if you want to switch it up, you can play Gressel and just see how it does. And like I said, if he plays bad, just put him on the bench again. He won't play for the rest of the season. That's it. But here, look, wait. Vasquez was saying something. Gressel was solid when he played, filled in for Messi. That's what I think. He was just as good. What are people watching? He started 3/4 of the season and then went to Porsche. Yeah, I mean, thank you for backing me on that because that's what I think. But um, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm just saying that's why. Like, if people are really wanting to, or look, Nick is saying there's no point to talk about Gressel. The only reason why I'm talking about Gressel is because people are talking like Clara and some others are saying that Benja has not been playing well recently, and so I'm like, okay, then just play Gressel because they're refusing to play Gressel. And like I forget who said it. I think it was Sean said that maybe it's contractual reasons, maybe it's just like an internal thing, maybe they just have like a bad relationship. Um, but I don't know. Like that's why we're talking about it. Um, so I don't know. Check the Discord I posted by Tassar. Okay. Well, I can't check it on the computer because I'm not logged into Discord on the computer, but here, let me see if I could check it on my phone. Did you post it? Oh, you posted in the regular chat. Okay. Oh, it's a Twitter link. Okay, hold on. Baltasar viajará en los próximos días. Who posted this? Thomas Davila. Here, let me see if let me pull it up while you guys talk or bring it up. But okay, we'll move on. We'll move on from the Gressel talk and the Cremaschi talk. I'll talk a little bit about um. Let's talk about what's his face, Ustari and what's his name? Ustari and Rocco. Fuck, I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. Davila. It's this one. Okay, here, let me share this with you guys right here. Bam. So this is the link that he sent me. Racing Baltasar viajará en los próximos días a Estados Unidos para sumarse al Inter. Préstamo por un año con obligación de comprar. Si juega el 66% de los partidos, la obligación de comprar es del 80% del pase y la cifra es 4.5 millones de dólares. So essentially, it's going to be a loan for a year if he plays 66. He's going to be on loan for a year with an obligation to buy if he plays 66% of the games at Inter Miami, and the obligation es del 80% del pase. 4.5 million. 4.5 mil is kind of crazy. I mean, that's pretty pricey, no? I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about Rocco. Um, okay, so Ustadi got that red card, right? At some point in the first half, I forget what minute, like I think it was like the 30, was it 30? 41 minute. He got it at the 41st minute and well deserved, honestly. I mean, like you get people say it was soft. People say uh obviously the Charlotte player was looking for it. He was. I'm not gonna deny, like literally clearly he was looking for that foul, right? But Ustadi was super, super, super risky. As a goalkeeper, when you take that risk, um, like you're risking the fact that you're gonna get a red card when your leg sticks out like that. Like you're in severe. You're in the danger zone. You're in the hot seat. So that's completely Ustari's fault, and he has to take responsibility for that. And it was kind of weird that it didn't go into dog so that it didn't go into VAR, but I guess I kind of understand because it wasn't really a clear and obvious error from the referee. But I digress. Um, as soon as Rocco came on the field, I did notice kind of the main thing about it was the fact that there wasn't a lot of presence, I guess you could say, in the box. So Ustari is a very confident, very leader type of goalkeeper. He really commands his defense. He really proves to everyone he's a real leader on the field. Like he's very like this is my box. I'm gonna defend this box. I'm gonna come out whenever I can. Like he's a very confident goalkeeper, and his technical ability shows that. Like it complements it because every time that he does step off his line, way off his line, he does good. He'll clear the ball. He'll pass it out wide. He'll make smart decisions. It's risky, but it works out. With Rocco, it's like the complete opposite. So he's very conservative. He doesn't step out really as much, and it's just not the same. It's just not Ustadi. And now it's like I'm kind of seeing, well, not now, but I've saw it before. But like you definitely see the difference between Ustadi and Rocco in these situations and why people prefer Ustadi over Rocco. And honestly, the reasons why people prefer Ustadi over Drake, and it's for situations like this. Like Rocco didn't really have like a crazy game. Um, but it's just not, they're just two completely different goalkeepers. Lucas saying it was red even if he didn't touch him, he get in the way of him after the Charlotte player, and he was the last offender, so it was a red. Yeah, yeah, it was the last man. The keeper comes way, 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 way off. So it's like no, it was a red 1000%. I'm not disagreeing with the red at all. Ref won't go to VAR unless the fourth tells him to. That's not how that works, Sean. The VAR booth has to call the ref over. Um, and that's how they check it. So in the booth is located. It's so funny because the booth is located like literally in a closet in that stadium. It's really funny. I've seen it before. It's like literally a closet. The side, it's like probably it's like you can't fit like more than three people in that room. But um, oh, that's what you meant by fourth. My bad. My bad. Yeah, the VAR assistance. Yeah. Will we see a vlog soon? Yes, probably at the end of the either at the end of the month. I don't know. I'm not gonna be back home for like another 2 weeks. So I mean, and I think our next home game is going to be on the 29th, and I think I work that day. So I don't know if I'm gonna do a vlog then, but I think in April is probably the closest. It's gonna be at some time in April. I'm gonna do a vlog like any time that I have the opportunity to go to a home game is when I'm gonna vlog because I have season tickets. So I'm gonna be at all the home games unless I have to work. Um, or like if it's a weird time. So, um, what's it called? Fuck, where was I going with that? Yeah, I don't know, but that was just to study. I'm not mad about the red because obviously we won the game, but you could just definitely tell the differences between Ustadi and Rocco and why Rocco doesn't start, and honestly why Ustadi is probably not gonna, or excuse me, why Drake Calendar's probably not gonna start for the majority of the season. But now we have to now plan our next MLS game, which is against Atlanta, without Ustadi, which is going to be very, very interesting because Atlanta is a pretty they have a decent team. Like they have a decent team. They still have Almiron. Excuse me. They still have Almiron. They still have Miranchuk. They still have Lobo. They have Slits, I believe his name is, or Slits. And they have a pretty solid team. So Honestly, this next game against Atlanta is going to be extremely, extremely interesting. And I don't know what to expect. I don't know if Drake Calendar is going to start, and if he is going to be available. I think when is this game? I think it's at the end of the month. Oh no, it's not. Oh, because this is away. This is away. It's away at Atlanta. Messi's definitely not going to play that game. There's no way. It's away at Atlanta on the 16th, which is a Sunday. Um, that's going to be interesting. Our next game is Thursday, the 13th, against Cavalier in the second leg of that. Here, let me show you guys this so you can see what I'm seeing. Um, so yeah, this is kind of a crazy it's crazy schedule, man. It's a really, really crazy schedule. There's no way Messi plays here. But for this game is what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna be interesting to see Inter Miami play a game without Ustadi like for a full 90 minutes. So is Rocco gonna start? Is Drake gonna be healthy? I don't know who you guys would prefer. I don't know if you guys would prefer Drake. I mean, like, honestly, at this point, I don't want to see Drake until I see like because Drake hasn't played all season so far. So it's like, why am I gonna put him up against Atlanta, a team that we struggled to play last year when he played? Um, and Ustadi's been playing this whole time, and we've seen more of Rocco than we've seen than Drake. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like at this point, I don't want to see Drake. So in my opinion, I think we need to play Rocco. That's just me. Oh, it is Saba. Latte, don't call it a comeback, Drake. Like the stream, guys. I appreciate that. Guys, yeah, if you are here, if you are enjoying it, please like, share, subscribe. It's very, very, very appreciative. Appreciated. Honestly, without Messi, the team does not look playing high end. They look weak in the attacking. Yes, they play and win, but only against mid to weak teams. Charlotte's not a weak team. Charlotte is a good team, a good defensive team. And I think in just this game, we focused more on the defense than the offense. That's why we took Suarez out. That's why we took Tadeo out. That's why we took, that's why we took players out and we put in defensive-minded players like Ruiz, like supposed to be Redondo. We brought in Martinez for Aviles, so we didn't go another man down. You know what I'm saying? So, Messi will do 60 at Cavalier, and then if we need him for like 20 at Atlanta, he possibly could see him. I don't know. I think it's at that point where not the Cavalier. I'm not disagreeing with the Cavalier thing. I'm disagreeing with the Atlanta bit because Messi. I could be completely wrong on this, guys, and you can somebody can come at me, whether it's Luca or anybody. Like literally, any of you can come at me for this. I think that Messi is maybe not never, but is almost never going to come off the bench during the regular season. Unless we really need the points, like to qualify for or to secure ourselves at a pretty decent seating. But for example, like we could have used Messi today to score another goal or to possibly score another one or two goals, but we didn't. We instead went defensive. I think even if we're losing 2-1 at Atlanta and there's 20 minutes left, I just don't see Messi coming in. I think like Mascherano is going to be like, they're just going to keep everybody that's on. He doesn't want to risk 20 minutes at Atlanta on a turf field, like shit like that. Like, I just don't think like that's going to happen a lot this season. Like seeing Messi come off the bench. We'll see him start. Maybe we'll see him start and then come off. But for him coming off the bench, I feel like we won't see it as much. I don't know why I'm saying like that's just the feeling that I have. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I know for a fact he's going to play that game in Jamaica. He has to. Um, and then maybe he'll play like the first half of the Atlanta game. But I don't know if he'll come on. I don't know if he'll come off the bench because I don't think he played in Atlanta last time. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then remember, like a week later, we have to come back home and play Philly. So Messi will come off the bench if we need him. But that's the thing. Do we need him? Because we don't need him all the time. It's been made very clear that Mascherano and Inter Miami are not making the regular season a priority. If Messi were to come off the bench, it's going to be in a Champions Cup game, in a Leagues Cup game, in the Club World Cup. Like, he'll be coming off the bench in those competitions. But in the MLS regular season, if we're down 2-1 in the last 20 and there's 20 minutes left, 15 minutes left, and we're in the fifth game of the season, the fourth game of the season, Mascherano's going to be like, Mascherano's not going to put him in. That's what I think. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, because it's like, why? We don't need the points. Like, and if we salvage a draw, that's amazing. But it's like, we don't need the points. Unless we're in desperate need of points, it's either Messi's going to start and play the majority of the game or the whole game, or he'll come off the bench for like the last 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Like, enough time to like properly give him time to like make an impact. That's what I think. He agreed with Luca. Yeah, but he don't run a lot. We're a man down, so it'd be even harder. Yeah, he comes in, gets a tie 0-0. 20 minutes only, and we need a one up and one down. Atlanta has been held scoreless in the last two games. Yes, and they just tied against New York. New York have a pretty decent team, right? Like it's a decent team. You guys gotta like. I think we all have to agree. Like MLS, like the purpose of MLS is for no team to be like greater or worse than others. Like it's either you're like everybody has a decent team. Everybody in the MLS has a decent team. It's just whether you can like Red Bulls have a decent team. It's decent. Charlotte have a decent team. Atlanta have a decent team. Nobody's like, okay, Inter Miami is like the only team in the MLS where it's like they have the best team in MLS, like on paper, or like LAFC or LA Galaxy or whatever. Messi came off the bench at Atlanta already 2-2 draw. Oh, okay. It's a weird spot. I agree. It could be, yeah, it could be played a lot of ways. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? Like, so I don't know. That's why I'm saying all that. But it's like, but I think like it's something that we'll definitely see maybe later on in the season. I feel like early on we're not going to see too much of it. Not now, but later in the season will come sometimes if we're losing. I respect Javier Mascherano for not falling for let Messi play talk when the game does not require him, just like today. And he spoke about it in the press conference as well. I actually have yet to watch the post game interview, so I'm really interested to see what he says. But Mascherano, it helps a lot that Mascherano and Messi are friends and are very close because it's like he knows him. Mascherano knows Messi. Messi's very comfortable with Mascherano. And not even that, but Mascherano is so comfortable with this team without Messi. It's really, really good to see because I felt like with Tata Martino, there wasn't really a lot of trust with some of the players. And he made decisions that a lot of people didn't like. He would play Suarez for a full 90 minutes, regardless of the game that he's having. But Mascherano is willing to take Suarez off the last 15 minutes to play more defensive football, the last 15, 20, 30 minutes to play more defensive football. We see decisions like that, and it's like, okay, we can trust this guy. Like we can trust Mascherano, and especially with Messi and his health. Frey is better than Saka. Hashtag Toto. Oh, hashtag Toto out. I read that as Tata out. Yeah, I mean, Tata or Toto has his disciplinary issues. Frey, we say it all the time. I'm like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna continue to say it. But yeah, it's like, oh, we'll probably talk about it more in the preview for the next game. But it's yeah, we need to see Frey start, and Toto Aviles doesn't. Not that he doesn't deserve a start, but it's like it's getting really competitive. There's supposed to be parity in MLS. Some owners don't spend 10 men in the second half, and Messi doesn't play. Not play for day. Why risk him? Exactly. Good teams, but not amazing. I think I agree. Chelo's better. Chelo better stay on the bench when he comes back. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. He really, really better stay on the bench. I only want to see him come out. I only want to see Chelo play if it's against a team where it just like doesn't matter, where the game doesn't matter, or like we have a CONCACAF Champions Cup game like in a couple of days. Let's just play Chelo in the game before the CONCACAF game, and then like you know what I'm saying. Like we need the Chelo is the rotational piece. Maybe just because I watch a lot best teams in Europe and international, so I just judge quick. I mean, yeah, we all do. We all watch Europe, and it's really difficult to watch Champions League and then like come to MLS and like watch MLS. It's like it's a big jump in just skill, right? I do it like obviously we all do it. We do it all the time. But yeah, no, it's different because in Europe, it's like you have like either a really, really good team or a really, really shit team. And MLS, it's like, well, everyone's just kind of the same. Um, do you think after this win, we break our points record from last year, like Danny from Better Hair? Oh, Danny said that we're gonna break our points record? Really? I don't know. I mean, like we're undefeated essentially. I mean, we've played 3 games and we won 2, we tied 1. We have 7 points. I mean, like honestly, I would say why not? I mean, like it's still super super early. Like we're still super super early into the season for to have any sort of say on that, but I say why not? I only say no, or like I would only lean more towards no is because we're probably going to just sacrifice a bunch of games, like depending on how deep into competitions we get to. So if it's like, so like we might just we'll just see a lot of rotation. So as long as we can secure a good seeding, maybe like top 4, top 5, um, for like home advantage and shit like that, then I think that's all that really matters. Um, Ivilis will get better. Yeah, no, for sure. I have no doubt that he'll get better. It's just really competitive right now. And he needs this competitiveness because he was starting in every single game last year. Same thing with Chelo. So we're definitely looking good. Like these are good situations to have in all scenarios. But to wrap things up, let's see. I'm trying to think. Um Did we lose to no, we tied against NYCFC. We tied 2-2. But no, to wrap things up, I mean, at the end of the day, we won. We're undefeated in 3 games in the MLS, and we had a good, solid defensive performance. Bright was probably the man of the match today. So congrats to him. Tadeo and then Luis Suarez pairing up top is elite. Redudu is bad. He needs to hit the bench. He needs to stay on the bench. And then Aviles keeps getting yellow cards. So no Messi. Ustari is going to be out for the next MLS game. So it's just a lot of interesting. It was very interesting. It's never a dull moment with Inter Miami. But this is the post game reaction. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for interacting, for letting me know your thoughts. Because honestly, that's the whole point of this. Having this segment is to hear what you guys have to say right after the game. To criticize everybody, criticize the players, critique the performances, all in with your own opinions, and with all my opinions is it's all valid. So you like that, right? That's a shout out to Juliana who said it earlier. Shout out to her. It was very um so, but yeah, thank you guys again for watching this post game reaction. Inter Miami beat Charlotte 1-0, third game of the MLS season. We have Cavalier in our next game in a couple of days' time. We'll do a preview to that, probably on the same day. Honestly, I have to see. I'll have to see how the things work. If anything, we'll just do it the day before and just call it a day. But I don't think it'll be too short. I don't think it'll be too long. Excuse me. So we'll probably just throw in a couple of other things to talk about with the preview itself. So, but anyways, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys probably the day before the Cavalier game for the preview, and then I'll be there for the post game reaction as well. Appreciate you guys again. I'll see you guys the next time. Love Miami. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda para allá, bobo.